Gullah was the seacoast island language of the American slave. It's mainly colloquial to South Carolina. The slaves developed their own way of speaking because they pretty much lived a separate life. Even though you might live in slave quarters that were very adjacent to the master's big fancy house, your life was very different from his. The slaves had their own way of cooking foods, they had their own practices for religion, they had their own songs for celebration, and they had their own way of speaking. Gullah is a Creole language. That means it's a mixture of languages. The African slaves mixed English with words from Africa. And when you mix words together like that, you get a Creole. It's truly an African-American Creole language. If I spoke fluent Gullah and had sassy children at the breakfast table, you might hear me say something like, "Hush your mouth, you act like the buckler. Crack your teeth at me out of Lord, war God. Sit down and greet your mouth. I got that for day clean for cook that for. I'm not gonna mind me good. Ah, Lord, when I did it, D ain't did when I ain't did it, D did." Well, you wouldn't even know what I was saying to you. Gullah, even though it borrows heavily from the English language, is a distinct language all on its own. Every once in a while, the people who lived in the slave quarters would have contact with the people who lived in the big house. It wasn't an everyday occurrence, but sometimes they would come together. Only us been in a white man's house one time, only us once. Been in the big time for freedom come for we people. Ooh, when the big time come round, oh, the high buck are gonna have party to their house. Down in the quarter, we ain't gonna have party, but the children sing song about baby Jesus been born in a barn, and there be all kind of good bitter, make good food for your belly. There be all kind of singing come the big time. And the children, they ask old massa, they say, "How long the big time gonna last?" And old massa, he tell them, he say, "The big time gonna last as long as the Yule log been." So them children, they go down to the river and get a water-soaked stump and throw the water-soaked stump on top of the fire, and that thing sizzle for 12 days. We got all kind of big time then. Oh, all them children, they love the big time. That's when Jesus been born. Now, massa, when big time come round, he want a big tree. You know, the tree what ain't got leaf that fall off in the winter. He want a big tree for make Christmas in the house. And so he get two young buck, and he tell the young buck to go and cut the tree, and they go off in the woods, and they be gone from long time. They be gone from day clean till first dark. About first dark, here come the young buck. They got a big tree up on their shoulder. Ooh, gracious God, that tree be so big, they ain't know how they gonna get in the house. They push them in this way, he ain't gonna go. They push them in that way, he ain't gonna go. So then them young buck think they gonna heist the tree up and push them to the window. Now you know if a tree ain't going to the door, ain't going to go to no window, they ain't know what to do. I tell massa, I say, I get the tree in the house day. He say, how far you gonna get the tree in the house? So I go down to the quarter and get a rope. I take the rope and wrap it around the tree, wrap around and round, and then the rope pull up tight, squeeze the tree like a lemon. Squeeze all them lemon tight, and then the tree be more skinny, and it go to the door. He say, "Oh, now ain't you a very soul man?" He said, "Bring the tree on in here." I say, "Ooh, massa, I can't come in your house." He said, "What for you can't come in here?" I say, "I got mud on my foot." He said, "Well, go wash your foot then." So I go wash my foot. When my foot's all clean, there ain't no mud on them. Then I heist the tree up, came in the house, and then they nail two boards on the butt of the tree, and we stand the tree up, and I cut the rope, and all the limbs flop out. And then old Missy come in. Old Missy, she start flutter feather around that tree like old Dominica hen when she bitty. She said, "Ooh, ain't this a fine tree for Christmas? We're gonna have the big time, yeah?" She said, "I think maybe the tree look better if we set them over there." So I lift up the tree, I set them over there. She said, I ain't know. Maybe the tree look more better if we put them over there. So I heist the tree up, put them over there. She said, I know, maybe it look best if we take it back where we start from the first. So I take the tree back where we start from the first. I set them down, and master say, "Leave the tree there. It's gonna be fine right there." And then old Missy, she take out a box of all kind of play party and all kind of newfangled thing and dress up that tree, got thing all over that tree, put the candle on it. And then when God throw a shot up on top of the earth and they light them candle, oh, I think that tree be most pretty. That tree be looking like the angel of the Lord when it come for tell all the shepherd that Mary have Jesus in the barn. And then young Missy, she come in. Now young Missy belonged to old Massa and old Missy, and she married and got a little baby. And the baby be wet up. And she bring the baby in and set him down on the floor, and that baby start for jabber and make scrape for me. Now I be standing there side the big tree right there beside me. And I got a long white beard around my chin, and that baby think I be Santa Claus. That baby start yanking on my pant leg, want me for pick him up. I ain't know what for do. I ain't never touched no white man baby. But young Missy, she say, he want you for pick him up. But I ain't know what for do. I look at old Massa cut a yeah at old Missy cut she yeah at old Massa, and they both say, But young Missy, she ain't scared, cause she know her baby and my baby, they done been milk baba. So she say, pick him up. So I pick him up. Woo, that baby, he make mouth from years to years and squeal like a little pig and stick his finger in my bed. And then that baby kiss me on my face. Cause he think I be Santa Claus. And he do. I tell it for true, he kissed me on my face. And then old Massa, he laugh and he said, all right, now you got to go. So I put the baby down and I go. I think about that been long time back for freedom come for we people. I think about that baby. Every time the big time come round and the children sing about baby Jesus been born in the barn, I think about young Missy baby. How he think I Santa Claus. He squeeze me around my neck, squeeze me like a love. Give me a kiss on my face. He ain't care if my face be black or white. He love Santa Claus. And love gonna do what love gonna do.